Hey guys, what's up? Thought I'd do a video for you by the Christmas tree because it's time to get into the holiday spirit because we've got a lot of holiday gigs coming up. Wanted to do a video about a comment I got in my second to last video, the one about mobile and club DJs and how we should all stop hating on each other and start getting along because we can learn a lot from each other. The comment was, it's not so much that this person hated other DJs, but what they hated were these people who were going out there with consumer electronics or cheap DJ gear and grossly underbidding their services. I call those hacks or bottom feeders, and there's a lot of them out there, and it's only going to get worse. And I was thinking about when I first started doing this back in the 80s, if you had a mobile DJ service with a PA system, a light show, and a music library, clients pretty much said to themselves, this person obviously knows what they're doing, they have this stuff. It was unusual to have that kind of stuff back then for a lot of reasons. Number one, your music library. You had to go out and hand pick the stuff at the record store. You had to know what to buy, and you spend a lot of money on what you did buy, so you didn't buy any junk, and there's a lot of money invested in it. Also, the PA system was a big deal. They were big and bulky and expensive, and you had to have a big vehicle to haul this stuff around in. Same with the lights. And if you spent all this money on all the music and the PA system and the light show, you had to recoup your investment, so you couldn't charge bottom feeder prices. You had to charge a price that made sense economically for you to even make this investment. Not the case today. There are kids out there with a lot of disposable income. They say 14-year-old kids drive the marketplace, and I think that's probably true. It's no big deal to go out there and buy some speakers and a mixing board, and even use your PlayStation 3 and a DVD player as your decks if you want to, or your laptop computer. Download all your music illegally if you want to, and start DJing. You don't have any money invested in it hardly, and the money you do have invested came from mom and dad half the time, so it doesn't really matter if you recoup your investment. You're just out there gigging as a bottom feeder or a hack DJ. Now, this causes a lot of problems. It causes a lot of public perception problems. I think most people out there, most clients, believe it or not, think that DJs are apples to apples. They don't see any difference between, let's say, me as a DJ and a kid out there who has just built a DJ system at 14 years old. So it's my job as a professional to explain these differences to my client. I have to. The game has changed. These bottom feeders that are out there, or these hacks that are out there, there's only going to be more of them. If you want to see a good example of this, look at the United Kingdom, look at England. Now, I love England and I love going there, but everyone's a DJ in England. Everyone has DJ gear. It's like a rite of passage. When you're 13 or 14 years old, you get turntables and you get a mixing board, and they're out there gigging. And when a client sees a bad DJ, they feel like all DJs must be bad. So it's getting more difficult just to sell ourselves as professionals just because we have a mobile DJ service, just because we have a website, just because we have a music library or a PA system or whatever the case may be. We really have to do face-to-face with these clients a lot of times and show them why we are indeed worth the investment, why we don't cost $100 or $150, why we cost $1,000 or more sometimes. As professional DJs, I feel like what it really comes down to is educating our clients. When I meet with a wedding client, it's really strange because they ask some really bizarre questions right off the bat sometimes. Even when they call on the phone, it's the same thing. They'll say, how much do you charge? Well, do you have a light show? Do you talk on the microphone? It occurs to me that, wow, they're interviewing me for a job that they know nothing about. So it's my job as the pro to turn it around and start asking them some questions that are relevant to the evening and the gig itself. Things like, okay, where is your wedding reception going to be held? What time is dinner? How many people will be attending? Is it sit down or buffet? What's the percentage of family versus your peer group? Things like that, to start getting them to think about what's going on at their wedding reception. It makes you seem like a pro, and it answers a lot of the questions that they didn't even know they had questions about. So that's my advice to you guys. If you're feeling the pinch from the bottom feeders or the iPod DJs, just be a pro. Go out there and show them what you're made of. That's it. Practice and enjoy. Little moment of zen here. As you can see, Cookie's getting big. Sit down, Nico. Sit down, Cookie. Sit. Sit down, Nico. Sit. Sit. Ah, you ruined it.